button. It takes a little bit of time, so give it a couple of seconds. Thank you. Thank you. It's a full, you can buy this from the merch. I think there's the Starknet merch, and there's like Back to the Trenches, and there's like a Starknet logo as well. They're quite
Is
cool.
there an
So
official store?
yeah, I think there's an official store. I don't have the link for it, but I think if you can just check the Starknet main account on X, you should be able to. So they're quite cool merches. Okay, just let me do a quick check on my end to see. Okay, we are live on all the platforms. So welcome everybody. I think we can get started. So yeah, let's get started. So welcome everybody. Welcome back. I'm Robert. I'm the ecosystem manager from the Starknet Foundation, and I'm here to host our next session for the Resolve Hackathon. I hope you enjoyed Zach's presentation on React Native apps earlier. Now it's time to dive deeper into another exciting topic that could be essential game changer for your hackathon projects. But before we go into that, quick reminders for those who are joining. We are in the second week of the hackathon, so that's halfway through. Submissions are due to October 15th, so please make sure to mark them on your calendar. And if you need any technical support or any support in general, feel free to join our Telegram chat. I'll be able to drop a message in the Zoom, and I'll provide the message on the other channels as well. Just a reminder, there are over $45,000 in prizes available across multiple bounties, so make sure to check them all out. They're very interesting. And this session is being recorded. You can have all the sessions on the Starknet Foundation channel on YouTube. We have a playlist for the hackathon. You have access to all of the sessions there. Before we begin, if you have any questions, feel free to use the QA section or even the chat, and we'll address them one by one. And I think that's roughly it. So let's get started. I'm super excited to introduce Carlos, CEO of Chipi, who will be presenting today's workshop. Go gasless with Chipi SDK. Build an e-commerce with Chipi SDK. This is a fantastic opportunity to learn how to implement gasless transactions and essentially build commerce solutions on Starknet. So I'm extremely excited for the session. I'm sure I'm going to learn a lot from Carlos as well as everyone who is joining this. And yeah, Carlos, it's great to have you. Welcome. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Robert. And you made a nice introduction about the merch and the swag you are wearing today, because today we are building an e-commerce store. And before do that, I would like to present some slides to give more context and what else people can build in the top of an e-commerce app. So I will share my screen. And also, please, if you can add Myra's panelist. Okay.
Yeah, I've promoted, so they will need to accept it.
Okay. So you can see my screen, right?
Correct.
This is a very quick context about e-commerce and why it's a big opportunity. You see my screen?
Yeah, we can see your screen.
The e-commerce adoption?
Yes.
Okay, there is a lot of e-commerce adoption in the world, but it's still early. Asia, that is the most developed market, is still at 50% of their retail sales online. Europe, 25%. This is more because regulation, because all of Europe countries have a good developed application to develop e-commerce. And Latam is also an interesting market. The adoption is like 14%, but the growth of the industry is 30% year over year. So it's a lot of growth here in this industry. And just as example, Mercado Libre, which is the largest Latam e-commerce, and made more than 11 billion in gross merchandising volume in the second quarter of this year. So imagine if you capture a tiny percent of that GMV to your own store or project, and you may say, okay, I don't have money, I don't have a big brand to start. You can find a lot of dropshipping basics on YouTube that basically is you can buy or you can copy paste images from AliExpress or Alibaba, sell it, and then you ship it, and you can ship direct from the provider. The advantage is that you can sell without inventory, it's on demand, or you can connect another APIs like Printful if you want to custom swag like the Robert's cap, or there is some risk like your margins are thin, and also you can have trouble with the suppliers. But this is a worldwide industry and also an established e-commerce strategy, so you can find good providers or suppliers if you look in AliExpress. Now, what happened with traditional payments? There is an opportunity also, because we can detect that if people pay with debit card, the tickets are normal because they spend the actual money, but with credit card we have higher tickets, and if it's American Express, it's more higher ticket. But it's still using a lot of cash in e-commerce, and people are paying in cash on delivery, more in Latam, but maybe in another countries you can see a similar opportunity. So let's compare with the stable coins or use of crypto in the traditional payments on the e-commerce side. And we have a lot of advantage. Instant settlement. Right now, merchants have to wait maybe 2 or 3 days to have their settlement, or they receive a penalization in a lot of traditional payments providers. You are borderless. You can charge at any country in the world. And here I do some research about the average ticket in Latam for e-commerce. For debit cards, 40 to 50. Credit cards, it almost double it. For American Express, it's up to 50% higher. And in crypto, the data point I have is Bitgate, no, Coinbit. I forgot the name of the crypto payment processor, but the average ticket is 450. That's why I lowered a little bit that ticket, but it's high. You can sell premium assets on physical assets on an e-commerce, and you will receive higher tickets if you adopt a crypto. And I tell you this because before to build an SDK, we built a platform to pay services and sell gift cards, and we detect that our average ticket were higher than my previous endeavors, where I also sell gift cards. Now, what kind of once you have your store that we are going to launch in a few minutes, what kind of business you can offer to store owners or for yourself? Well, for store owners, you can implement factoring. That is you sell your own invoice for liquidity. Sometimes it takes a lot of time to receive your payment, and if you need instant liquidity, you can use factoring. Here you can offer factoring, or you can apply factoring to your company, and it's a relief when you have cash to pay your suppliers, or whatever you need the cash. And it's the same instant payouts, and you build this on top of e-commerce stores. That's why I think it's important to promote e-commerce industry. The other one, under collateralized loans right now, and most in crypto, you have to give a collateral in order to receive a loan. And I understand it because it's very risky to do without collateral, but you can offer loans based on sales history. A lot of people haven't, and if you make a mixture of sales history and tiny collateral, you can also figure out how to make a big business from here. Just to compare the credit market, for example, for a credit card in Latin America, the total cost of the credit is more than 100% per year. Here you can reduce the fees and the cost of a credit by offering loans in stable coins, and reduce your risk. The other business model that you can implement on top of e-commerce is cross-border payments. This is very easy. Well, it's easy, but you will have a legal. You need to figure out all the legal stuff, but in terms of technology is easy, and you can replace Swift, that is expensive, and it takes a lot of time to send a payment to another part of the world. And you can replace it with stable coins. The other one, and this is very interesting, is buy now, pay later. Any merchant can install your solution. You can offer this as buy now, pay later provider, and the deal with the merchant is, I will pay you the entire amount with a discount, and that discount will be your revenue. The client will pay a lower amount of the total amount, and you can put more. You can divide all that amount in a few payments. This helps the merchant to receive liquidity upfront. You will receive that amount. The ticket is higher because if people don't have to pay now, they will purchase more, and you can program all the repayments and make all that logic in a smart contract, so it could be secure, and you can find product market fit very quickly. And buy now, pay later is not just for e-commerce. You can install at any physical store, and it will be interesting to see in the Starknet ecosystem. The last one is token gated commerce. You can set up NFTs to allow people buy exclusive products. Maybe you can do this with on-chain activities. It will be interesting to see also, and you boost loyalty and engagement for your users, because they say that it's very easy and cheap to acquire users, but the difficult part and expensive is to retain them. So when you build an app in any industry, it's better if you think on rotation, because you will have another interesting metric like customer lifetime value, how much money the customer will give you in all the time that they are using you. Another one, and this is very similar, is the revenue share commerce. You can build yourself crowdfunding to launch your own products and share the revenue with your initial supporters. We have an smart contract for split revenue in Chipi repository. I will send the link in the chat. And finally, why e-commerce is important for Starknet and any chain is because blockchains need three things: transactions, users, and volume. And we have to think in the ecosystem and in a long term vision to still collaborating with blockchain. And e-commerce have all the three needings in one place. A lot of on-chain transactions. Every shopper is have a wallet, and you can implement gasless and social out wallets using Chipi. And every card is a stable coin flow or Bitcoin flow or whatever crypto you implement in your e-commerce. So that's why we decided to do this workshop to impulse the growth flywheel on this side. And this is an easy idea. You don't need to be an expert on blockchain. We also build this because we detect that a lot of people are new in the ecosystem. So maybe if you don't have a lot of ideas or you don't understand how to implement a lot of things, start with your e-commerce, and I just tell you how to increase your business model with some ideas. So now I will continue with the workshop. Any question so far, or do you have something in the chat?
No questions so far, but this is a good reminder for everybody in the workshop. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat below and we'll reach out and we'll talk about them. So good to go, Carlos.
Okay. Just a reminder that we have in our documentation an AI where you can copy paste your smart contract and ask him to give the hook, the gasless hook, to implement in your application. We have an SDK that support also React Native with Expo, React, and APIs. Also, we have an MCP if you don't want to code. You can install it with just one click at cursor. We have this workshop the last time. I won't do it right now, but we will add our Pay with Crypto button to e-commerce template. This e-commerce template is connected with Shopify. And before continue, Mike, can you help me to share your screen? Let's see how this works in production. I will stop my screen.
Yeah, I think I've allowed you to share your screen, so let me know if it works. All good. Oh, Labubus. Nice.
Yeah.
Like a collectible store. Yeah, so now for the exciting part. I have right now an item in my cart, so I will proceed to checkout. This amount is what you would configure in Shopify. That's the amount of the shipping. Right now, it's configured as 0.01 USDC. So if this number confuse you, it's because, well, we don't want to make a lot of transaction with this amount of money. So it will appear as this because this is the value of the Shopify, but when you perform the transaction, it would be 0.01. But this is a hard-coded value for testing purposes. So like right now, sorry, give me one sec. Oh, sorry, I need to close this and reopen my Chrome.
Do you have balance?
Yeah, it's just that sometimes it will, when I perform a lot of transactions, since it doesn't close my wallet, it will make like some sort of thing. So give me just 1 second.
At the previous workshop, some people asked how can we interact with Bravos or already, and that's why we added also those wallets to the checkout.
Just give me 1 second.
Uh,
Let me close all my Chromes. I had one open, and
and
that
if you
messed up my wallet authentication. So
just check that you have the enough balance, because I
yeah,
was with that error.
I have very little money, but now this error is because I have like a Chrome page open and my wallet is there, so it's kind of tricky.
If this is Cipolla, let me know. I can send you some funds.
We test on mainnet everything, because we don't have enough time and enough money. It's expensive to take too much time to test your app. You can try with cents, and you can extend your runway if you go directly on mainnet. This is a controversial take, but
Yeah.
I need to.
Fair enough, fair enough. That's
I mean, if you are doing smart contracts or pools for investors, I recommend testnet. But if you are willing an e-commerce, it will be very cheap.
Let me see if the problem is that I no longer have money, because I believe, no, I do.
No, you don't have USDC. I can send you. Can you send me your wallet, please, here in the chat?
I do have like $1, but yeah.
For all the people, please be patient. These things happens all the time when you have an important demo. But in a minute, we will continue with the integration, and it's really very fast.
this is correct me if I'm wrong. This is like cutting edge. It's like, oh, there we go. I think it's works.
Okay.
I think it's now working. I'm sorry. Like the problem was that it was not connecting to my wallet. Oh, okay. Payment confirmed.
Before continue, I don't know if you see that after payment, it redirects to this page, to the shipping page. And that's important, because this works like a Stripe. After you pay with Stripe or PayPal, it redirects to your store. Yes, to your store to continue the purchase. So please continue with the shipping, May.
Yeah. So now you would put like your shipping details and everything.
And if you can show us on Shopify how they can see that.
Yes, of course. This is the order I performed today, and you would see like your transaction here. So you will see like, and you would need to confirm your payment like manually right now, but you can confirm that someone paid you because it will return you this transaction in the notes.
We already sent our petition to to add our pay with crypto button at Shopify as official payment method because they need to validate it. But right now, this is how you can implement stable coins without an official payment method and just adding a button. And if you follow this path, maybe you can use another e-commerce platforms like WooCommerce or Tienda Nube if you are in Latam. So thank you, Mike. Let's continue, and I will tell you what do you need to have this payment button in your software as a service or your e-commerce store.
This is really cool. I really like it, and especially kudos for doing a live demo and on mainnet as well. This is a big thing. So really nice. Super excited to see this. There are two questions in the chat. So one of the first one is from Noble. Can we fully interact with the SDK?
Can we what?
Can we freely interact with the SDK? So the Chipi SDK, I believe. I think this will the answer you will come into the next chapter, but if you want to answer that.
Yes, you can interact and see the repository and also set up all your payments in the dashboard. I will share my screen. What was the another one?
The other one is from Kalim. Payment is done first, and then the shipping address is collected. Can't we enter shipping address and then payment and save the whole receipt after payment? But yeah.
Oh, sorry. Right now, you cannot do it because we sort of make like a manual transaction and we configure Shopify to do like a different payment method. As Carlos said, we already requested a Shopify to add our button, but until we get that custom button to pay with Chippy, we won't be able to make those shipping address configuration first because we're sort of like sending our transaction hash as a node and sort of telling the app that we're making like a sort of a transference of manual transaction. So right now you cannot do it.
And also it's because this is a template that we fork from Vercel templates. You see my screen?
Yes.
So for this workshop, we decided to start from an e-commerce template because they have a lot of support, and also we use Next.js in our SDK. So we saw this, we said, oh, it seems very cool, and we implement the pay with crypto button in this template. And at the end, maybe right now I can share the tutorial for the template. This tutorial will teach you how to set up your Shopify store and use Shopify as headless CMS. But you can clone the repository or deploy and then ask via MCP to add the pay with crypto button, I will show you another way right now. So let me share the tutorial if you want to follow with those that tutorial. It takes a lot of time to configure your Shopify store and uh, upload all your products. I won't do it right now. Uh, let's continue. You can when you set up an organization in your dashboard at Chipi, you can make I will create one. Oh, here you have gasless. You can buy code. We will launch this very soon. And here we create a merchant wallet for you. You can set up payment links from here or create programmatically in your store. And here, I won't pay, but let me reduce the amount. So I will use Chrome here. So I have here a payment link. Before I pay, let me show you something that here, where is my dashboard? Here you have the instructions. You can create a payment link or you can install. The only thing you need to do is to copy your merchant wallet. Why use this merchant wallet that we create for you? Because with this, we can track your transactions and help you with all the reports. But you can change later if you need a custom implementation. Then you can copy the transfer hook, and you can set up all these components. This instruction will delete after I made the payment. Let's see. Okay, transaction is done. And here, instead of the instructions, you will start to see all the transactions that you receive, and also you can monitor these transactions in your Shopify or WooCommerce store. We will continue improving this page, but right now you can implement our Vercel integration here. Let me send in the chat the repository. And this repository is exactly the same template as Vercel, the one I showed before. And you also already have the tutorial of how to set up your Shopify store. You can clone, you can fork, you can add authentication and do whatever you want. The only thing you need to configure here is your .end variables with your Shopify store domain, your merchant wallet that you copy from the dashboard, company name, site name, perhaps the logos you can customize, but here you can have your own store in minutes. And also we made something cool for you. Is you don't have to, if you already have your merchant wallet and your Shopify info, you can just click on the Starknet logo. It will send you to Vercel e-commerce template, and you can create. After this, it will ask for your M variables, the same as I said before. And once you fill all these variables, you click on deploy and you will have your own store. Previously, you should preload all your products on Shopify, but for launch your store, you don't need to don't need to code anything. You can do it just with one click. I don't have right now all these variables, but if you configure, you can launch your store, and it will be the same as here. Where is my with that button, you will have your store like this one, and you can start to collect payments with crypto. That's all for now. I don't know if you have any questions or if you have e-commerce ideas that you want to launch.
There are a couple of them. I think Myra is answering some of them, but if you want, we can go through them. So on the Q&A section, there's a few questions from Noble. So it's regarding the how does your invisible wallet actually work? Is it fully non-custodial, and who controls the keys?
Yes, you can actually, by default, you build self-custodial wallets once you install the SDK. This is another workshop that we have the record in, I think, in Notion, Robert.
Yeah.
That was an interesting workshop because we built a wallet from scratch with send USDC, balances, and invisible wallets in less than an hour. We are continue maintaining that MCP. Our next experiment will be full integration with v0.dev or Lovable, because it builds better front ends than use just cursor.
Nice. Yeah. You can watch the full video recording in the playlist. So on the Starknet Foundation YouTube channel, you can catch up on that video. There's a couple of more. So regarding maybe we can go through them a bit faster. So are you using Starknet accounts abstraction or custom solution for gasless transaction?
Sorry,
Can you hear
can
me?
you repeat the question, please?
Yes. Are you using
Now I can
Starknet?
hear you.
Are you using Starknet account abstraction or custom solution for gasless transaction?
In the bottom is Starknet JS for pay with crypto button. For create gasless wallets, we use account abstractions.
Nice. And let's see. There's a question regarding the who pays gas fees when transactions are gasless, and how do you prevent abuse?
Right now, you don't need to fund your own paymaster. Once you have an account in dashboard.chipi and set up your private key in your project, all the transactions wallets or hooks you implement with the SDKs are sponsored by Chipi. But you can implement a custom paymaster and set up your own rules following the Avenue tutorial. They just launched and open sourced the paymaster, and we use that paymaster behind the scenes.
Quite nice. Yeah, I love the like the open source version as well, where you can basically do it yourself as well. So I think that's really great for the network as well. There's actually an interesting one regarding on-ramp and off-ramp. Do the on-ramp and off-ramp providers work in African countries? Is that something that comes from Shopify or?
Right now, we are working with Annabelle and the foundation to integrate ramps worldwide. Right now, we just have for Mexico, but meanwhile, uh, you can use on-ramper. On-ramper just launched Starknet, and they are worldwide company on-ramper. And also, you can implement their widget and receive revenue share for every crypto purchase here.
No, you're sharing the chat.
Uh,
It's the wrong screen.
It's my WhatsApp.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. I can build wallets, but I can share my screen. Okay.
So onramper.com.
On ramper.com, they have interesting products, and you can install the widget here. And I think they have African. Yes, look, they have African countries. I don't know if this widget already. Yes, you can implement on ramp widget, and if there is not a I don't know the token you want, you can also implement layer swap or renofy and offer that token to your clients. It will be a little bit expensive, but it solves right now, and I hope this year we implement the ramps for your country.
Nice. I think that's very helpful. And then I think the last question is like, how do we connect to you regarding more questions or regarding this how to implement e-commerce?
Please, here is my Telegram handle. You text me.
So Telegram, it's HAY Carlitos.
Yes.
Hey Carlitos. So feel free to reach out to him. I think from my side, I think this is really great. I love the idea, and I think this will definitely unlock a lot of things. Maybe just as a question, like for the hackers in this hackathon, what would you suggest for like the next 2 weeks, like from your experience to do and to build maybe some interesting applications that you're seeing in the e-commerce, or what would be your suggestion?
I would love to see factoring, and the reason we are building this kind of tutorials, MCP, no code stuff is because sometimes you spend a lot of time in complex solutions, and e-commerce already have product market fit. You don't need to explain people how to use an e-commerce, and you will receive a lot of feedback and information about what people want. Start start selling a product, start implementing gasless wallets, uh, airdropping an NFT, and then you can add complexity and also interesting business models. Uh, I I'm excited excited about Besu's B2 launch on September 30. They will release BTC pools, LBTC, TBTC, and all BTC flavors. I would love to see Besu implementations. We already have hooks that you can integrate gasless operation with Besu on our SDK, and I hope we will have more hooks that deposit and withdraw on Besu after this big launch.
Fantastic. I think that those are good suggestions and recommendation. I hope everyone in this workshop are taking notes, because actually those are really good. And I think like in the beginning of next month, there's a lot of things happening. So make sure to stay tuned for that. Yeah, I think that's roughly it. I'm super excited about this. I think in the beginning you mentioned like you can launch like a merch store if you want to. I think that's super
Please
cool idea.
launch your own store, Robert.
Yeah, I should create my own NFT or something like that. I would love that. But yeah, thanks for the workshop. I think was really good. So thank you so much, Carlos and Myra, for live demoing a live product and also showing how to implement this. I think um the Verso one-click deploy is fantastic. It's like it's super simple. Like you just make a couple of edits and then boom, you have the store. So I think that's extremely nice to see. So hopefully this opens the doors for many possibilities for making dApps more user-friendly and also like e-commerce websites as well. So thank you again, Carlos, Myra, for the workshop. Just the final reminders for everybody in the chat or in the workshop. This workshop is being recorded, so it will be made available as soon as this workshop ends. And we're halfway through the hackathon, so keep the momentum going. And just a final reminder: submissions are due to October 15. Carlos, you want to say anything?
Yes, to final comments. Big shout out to Mayra, because she made the template that you can clone. And also, please let us know what kind of templates you want. One click and deploy. We will continue ship that kind of dApps. Thank you.
Fantastic. Well, kudos, Myra, for that one-click deployment. I think that's huge. And yeah, thank you again, Carlos. If you have any questions about today's workshop or need any support for your project, you have the Telegram, Carlos Telegram channel, but also we're available in the Hackathon Telegram group. So feel free to reach us there. We'll be available and get the support needed. I think that concludes our workshop. So that wraps it up for this week. Thank you everyone for joining. Enjoy your weekends. Take some time to recharge and keep building those amazing projects. We'll see you next week with more workshops and resources to help. Myra, Carlos, thank you. Enjoy the day and happy hacking and a good day.
Thank you. Hacking.